Bahamut, king of dragons. A name whispered in awe across dimensions, feared by mortals and revered by gods. His wings could blot out the sun, his roar could shatter mountains. From the swirling chaos of Final Fantasy he emerged, not summoned, but awakened, drawn by a rift in time and space, a tear between worlds. He was a being of pure magic. His scales shimmered like 1,000 sunsets, each one etched with the memory of ancient battles. His presence bent reality, warping the air around him. His eyes burned with ancient wisdom. He had battled gods and won. He had seen empires rise and fall, and still he soared above them all. Now he was here, lost, a stranger in a primitive world where magic was myth and the skies were silent. But even here he could feel it. Something powerful stirred. In a different time, on a different Earth, the T-Rex ruled. Apex predator of a savage age, its reign was written in blood and bone. This one was bred in the labs of Jurassic Park. Science had brought it back, not as a relic but as a weapon, a living echo of Earth's brutal past. It was a predator perfected, 60 tons of muscle and teeth, honed by evolution and refined by human ambition. It feared nothing, it hunted everything. It had never known fear, until now, for in the skies above something older, something mightier had arrived, and the earth would tremble as legends collided. The island pulsed with a primal energy. It was as if time itself had forgotten this place, letting it evolve in isolation, untouched by the hands of man or machine. The air shimmered with ancient power, and the ground seemed to hum with secrets buried deep beneath the soil. Mist hung heavy in the air, curling around twisted vines and ancient trees like ghostly fingers. Every breath drawn here felt thick with memory, as though the jungle itself remembered a time before time. It was an impossible place, untouched, unspoiled, and yet teeming with life that defied explanation. Creatures long thought extinct moved in the shadows, and the very laws of nature seemed to bend. Lush jungle met with jagged cliffs, where vines clung to stone like veins, and waterfalls carved paths through rock older than memory. Waterfalls cascaded into steaming pools, their waters glowing faintly in the twilight, as if lit from within by some forgotten magic. How did the T-Rex get here? No one knew. It was a relic of a lost world, a living fossil that should not exist. Yet here it was, breathing, moving, hunting. It stalked through the ferns, its instincts on high alert. Each step was deliberate, each breath a low rumble. It was not just surviving, it was thriving. High above, Bahamut circled. He sensed a powerful presence below, something ancient, something dangerous. The island called to him, not with words, but with a deep, resonant pull. This place was wrong, alien. It felt like a dream half remembered, or a memory from a life never lived. The trees whispered in languages no one spoke anymore. His great wings beat the air, stirring the clouds into spirals. Thunder rumbled in response, as if the sky itself recognized him. He had to leave, but first he had to understand. The Isle of Eons held answers to questions he hadn't yet asked, and so he hovered, watching, waiting. The earth shook, trees swayed. The T-Rex had found the dragon's scent. It was a smell unlike any other. It challenged its dominance. The T-Rex roared, a sound that echoed through the island. This was its territory. Bahamut landed with a crash. He faced the beast. It was unlike anything he had ever seen, primitive, yet powerful. Its eyes burned with primal rage. This creature was no mere animal. It was a force of nature. Fire and fury versus tooth and claw. The battle began. Bahamut unleashed a wave of blue fire and the air crackled with magic. The T-Rex charged, its massive jaws snapping shut. It was a dance of death, ancient magic versus prehistoric might. The T-Rex was fast. It dodged and weaved, its teeth grazing Bahamut's flank. The dragon roared in pain. He wasn't used to such raw physical power. He had to end this quickly. Bahamut gathered his strength, wings spread wide against the storm-churned sky. He focused his ancient magic, drawing power from the very ley lines beneath the island. With a roar that shook the heavens, a beam of pure, radiant energy erupted from his maw. It tore through the air like a comet, striking the T-Rex with devastating force. The impact sent the beast flying, crashing into the jungle with a thunderous boom that echoed for miles. The beast roared in agony, its massive form writhing in the dirt. Smoke curled from its scorched scales, but even as it struggled, its eyes burned with defiance. It wasn't over, not yet. Then, without warning, the sky darkened further. A shadow, vast and unnatural, fell over the battlefield. The sun vanished behind a sudden eclipse, casting the jungle into an eerie twilight. The air grew cold. Still, a voice boomed, deep and ancient, echoing across the island like thunder rolling through a canyon. So, the King of Dragons falls to a lesser being? It mocked. The laugh that followed was low and cruel, a sound that promised chaos, destruction, and something far worse: dominion. Bahamut turned sharply, his eyes narrowing. For the first time in centuries, fear crept into his ancient heart. This presence, it was familiar, yet twisted. A power he had hoped was long buried. Who was this? Or rather, what had it become? Above them, the sky split open. A swirling portal of darkness expanded, pulsing with malevolent energy. Lightning crackled around its edges. The very ground trembled beneath their feet, as if the island itself feared what was coming through. The T-Rex, battered and broken, lifted its head. Bloodied but alive, it watched the sky with wary curiosity. Even in pain, it sensed the shift in power. Something greater than either beast was arriving. The voice returned, louder now, filled with dark triumph. "This world, this time, it is not yours to rule, dragon," it declared. "It is mine, and I have come to claim it."